The upcoming showdown between Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis has turned into something bigger than a fight. It's a spectacle that's taken on a life of its own, a mix of entertainment, chaos, and controversy that blurs the line between sport and show business. It began like a circus announcement, with Floyd Mayweather storming a press conference and warning Jake Paul, while both camps traded heated words and promises of destruction. The energy was electric, the tension undeniable, and the crowd couldn't look away. For all the mockery and outrage, people were tuning in for exactly what it was, a freak show that everyone secretly wanted to see. Analysts and fans were divided from the start. Some called it a disgrace to boxing, an insult to the sport's legacy. Others said it was genius marketing, a perfect example of how entertainment sells in the modern fight game. In mixed martial arts, matchups like this are celebrated, a chaotic mix of personalities and skill levels thrown together for spectacle. But in boxing, the purists resist. They say it's beneath the sport, that it cheapens its history. Yet, as commentator Ariel Helwani pointed out, the same people who condemn it are the ones who can't resist watching it unfold. Boxing may want to claim moral high ground, but deep down, everyone's drawn to the madness. That's the thing about Jake Paul. He's built his career on outrage. Every tweet, every taunt, every post is designed to draw attention, to make people angry enough to talk about him. Whether fans love or hate him, they're always watching, and that's exactly how he wins. His name brings headlines, clicks, and money. Gervonta Davis, on the other hand, brings credibility. He's a legitimate world champion, an explosive talent with a reputation for brutal knockouts. The contrast between them makes this fight so hard to ignore. It's a clash of worlds, YouTube celebrity versus seasoned champion, and it's impossible to look away. Even Floyd Mayweather, who knows a thing or two about spectacle, acknowledged what was happening. He said Jake and his brother Logan know exactly what they're doing. They're smart, strategic, and unapologetic. They've mastered the art of turning attention into revenue, even if that means upsetting the traditionalists. Floyd didn't dismiss them, but he also made one thing clear. Jake hasn't been tested yet. He's fought ex-MMA fighters and former athletes, but never someone with Davis's pedigree or pure boxing instinct. To Floyd, this was an experiment that would finally reveal whether Jake Paul could survive against someone who truly belongs in the ring. The fight has sparked passionate reactions from every corner of the boxing world. Some fans believe Tank Davis will crush Jake Paul easily, calling it the end of Jake's boxing career. They see Jake's size advantage as irrelevant compared to Davis's speed, precision, and power. Others warn that the physical difference can't be ignored, that Jake's reach, weight, and raw strength could give him an edge. Fighters like Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney have even said that Tank might struggle to hurt Jake due to the size gap, and that one good punch from Jake could be enough to end the fight. The back and forth between fighters and fans has created a storm of opinions, accusations, and theories. Some insist that this is nothing but a money grab, while others see it as Tank's attempt to make a statement. One theory gaining traction online is that Tank accepted this fight to avenge the boxing world's pride. After Jake's controversial fight with Mike Tyson, one that left many fans furious, Tank supposedly wants to punish Jake for disrespecting the sport. Whether that's true or not, the narrative has only fueled the hype. Even Shakur Stevenson, a respected boxer known for his technical mastery, couldn't escape the noise. When reports surfaced that he had sparred with Jake Paul, fans turned on him, accusing him of betraying boxing. Shakur brushed off the criticism, saying he uses every experience as motivation, but it showed how emotional and divided the boxing community had become. No one was safe from the drama, everyone had to pick a side. Still, beneath all the headlines and trash talk, a few voices of reason remain. Former world champion Keith Thurman offered a balanced take, saying that fans love to complain about Tank, but still watch him every time he fights. According to Thurman, controversy follows Davis because he's magnetic. He brings drama, action, and unpredictability. Even people who say they're done with him end up paying to see what he'll do next. To Thurman, this fight is pure entertainment, and no matter how much purists complain, they'll be watching when the bell rings. But critics argue that Tank has wasted his potential chasing easy paydays instead of legacy-defining fights. They say he's avoided the toughest names in his division, Fighters like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez, and instead leaned into showmanship over substance. For them, fighting Jake Paul is a step backward, proof that Tank cares more about money than legacy. To those critics, this isn't about expanding boxing's audience, it's about exploiting it. Others point to the business reality. Netflix is rumored to be backing the event, offering a payday that dwarfs anything Tank could earn fighting Lamont Roach or other legitimate contenders. For Davis, this isn't just a fight, it's a financial opportunity too big to ignore. And for Jake Paul, it's the chance to legitimize himself against one of boxing's elite. No matter how it ends, both men walk away richer, their brands bigger, their names trending across every platform. Tank's trainer, Calvin Ford, has tried to steer the conversation back to the ring. He insists the fight is doable, even with the size difference. He's trained Davis to handle bigger men before, and he believes Tank's timing and precision will neutralize Jake's power. Ford sees it as just another test, a challenge that will showcase Davis's adaptability. He knows that people underestimate Tank because of his size, but says they'll be reminded of his strength when the fight begins. What makes this event so polarizing is that both men are still active, still in their primes. Usually, fights like this happen when one fighter is past his best, looking for a final payday, but not this time. Both Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis are still building their legacies, which makes their collision so unpredictable. It's not an exhibition. It's a statement, whether fans like it or not. As the fight date draws closer, the debate only grows louder. Purists call it a circus act, while casual fans call it the future of combat sports. But the truth lies somewhere in between. The lines have blurred. Boxing isn't just about belts and records anymore. It's about attention, headlines, and moments that get people talking. Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis know that better than anyone. At its core, this fight represents what the combat sports world has become, a mix of athleticism and spectacle, skill and showmanship, respect and rebellion. Whether it's seen as a betrayal or a breakthrough depends on how you look at it. But one thing's certain, when those two men step into the ring, the world will be watching. What do you think? Is this fight a disgrace to boxing or a new era of entertainment? Will Gervonta Davis prove that skill always beats hype, or will Jake Paul shock the world again? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more breakdowns of the stories shaking up the fight world.